Now let us discuss the advantage of functional structure. The first point of advantage is functional or occupational specialization. Since we are dividing the work according to the activity which is taking place in each department, so the efficiency of the people working there will increase, because marketing department, the people who are more specialized in that area will be working there. So hence each department will improve their performance because they are doing the similar task in a regular basis. So this promote efficiency in utilization of manpower as employees perform similar tasks within a department and are able to improve their performance. So that it lead to specialization, we can say. If we are dividing the people according to the activity they perform, it lead to specialization. Next point is increases managerial and operational efficiency. And if operational and managerial efficiency increases, what will increase? Our profit will increase, because the people working in each department, they are very good in performing their tasks. They are too brilliant in performing their activity in their department. So automatically their efficiency will increase and it will increase the profit also. That is the second point. The third point is lower the cost, because each people in that organization know what is the work they have to perform, how much is the resources, how much is the resource each person or each department have with them. They have the idea about that. So because of they know about the work, there is minimum duplication of work, and there is economy of scale also. So that way we can lower the cost. The next point is control and coordination within the department is ensured, because each person working in that department, in that particular department, they are very familiar with the task. There is a proper control and coordination among the department, because they all are performing a similar task, so they can help each other. So there is a proper coordination within that department, we can say. Due attention. It ensures ensures that different functions like production, marketing and finance get due attention. Children, we know that in each department, production department, all the production activity take place. So the production manager and the people working under him, they are giving more attention to their department. Okay, so every activity is getting due attention. That is one benefit. And training of employee is very easier. It makes training of employee easier as the focus is only on a limited range of skill. Children, the sales department only have to learn, or they get the training only about the sales activity. They don't have to get the training of marketing activity or finance activity. They just want the get the training about their activity or the activity which they are going to do in their department. So hence the limited range of skills only they want. So in that case the training of employee becomes very easy. Now let us see the disadvantages of functional structure. The first point of disadvantage is emphasize on departmental objective. We already know what is objective. Now here the importance is given to departmental objective. We know that more importance should be given to organizational objective, but what happened, there is a competition among the departments, and each department manager or the people working there, they will give importance to their objective, and overall objective of the organization will not be given much importance. Okay, that is one limitation. The next point is conflict of interest. as each department they are interested in their own department, there may arise a conflict among the departments. When the point is of their department interest, they will have a conflict. There may be a case about of conflict among the department that may lead to a, that is one point of disadvantage when we are going for functional structure. The next limitation is lead to inflexibility. Children, as the same people are working there in a regular basis, and we saw that is one advantage actually they are having. They are performing the work as in a regular basis, and they are specialized in their work. But with same skill and knowledge, they develop a narrow perspective. They are much concerned about the development of their department only, and such a thing will develop ego in them. Ego in the way, in sense that they will not appreciate others' point of view. Okay, so a state of narrow perspective will develop when we are dividing the organization according to the functional base. Okay, so each department will become inflexible. They will be not ready to accept the other department's point of view, so that a narrow perspective will be developed. So that is one disadvantage. Then next point is difficult to fix responsibility. So it may lead to problem in coordination between departments. So there may be departments conflict, and each department will blame, or they will put a fault on the other department. So it is not easier to fix the responsibility for performance of a particular department. So that is one limitation, difficult to fix responsibility. Next point, I will like to quote one very important or very beautiful quoting I have come through, and I would like to share with you this. The willingness to accept responsibility for one's own life is the source from which self-respect springs. Children, if you are ready to accept the responsibility for your own life, then that is from where a self-respect will emerge. Okay, self-respect means you will respect yourself when you take responsibility of your own life. It is a very important or very beautiful quote. So please remember this whenever you are taking responsibility for your life. Self-respect, you will respect yourself, and people also will respect you as you are taking responsibility for your own life. Okay, a managerial development is difficult here. So when you are dividing the organization structure according to functions, what is the difficulty is the that is middle level or bottom level managers, or the people, employees working there, they are getting the experience of their department. They are very skillful in their own department or their own level of management, but they are not getting the training for the upper grade or upper level of management. So what happened in such a situation? They will not gather experience in diverse area, hence they will not be in the position to get promoted in the next level of management. That is the point of disadvantage if you are going for functional structure of management. Managerial development is difficult as each functional manager had to report to the top management. They do not get training for top management positions because they are unable to gather experience in diverse area. So they will be specialized in their area only. They will not get experience of any other related area. Children, now it is time to conclude today's class. Let us have a review of today's class. Today we saw what is organization structure. We had defined it. We saw that organization structure are of two types, functional structure and divisional structure. Today we discussed the functional structure, its meaning, suitability and advantage, disadvantage. Now it is your turn, my dear children. You have to read the textbook covering these points. It is a very important topic from the exam point of view. And you have to attend a test paper which is attached along with this session. Read the question carefully before attending the answer, writing the answer for the same. Notes is also there. Write it down in your business study notebook. And next class we will discuss the divisional structure, its advantage and disadvantage. So now I am going to wind up this class. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.